This is Ron Snyder aboard the Polson Miss Madison. Here you see the Joe Ritchie Spirit of America heading out, and 3A is on deck. 4 boats, all piston engines in this particular race. The Joe Ritchie Spirit of America looking good for the final, and now a lot of boats fighting to get enough points to get in to the final heat. All 4 boats running as they come under the Madison-Milton Bridge down the main straightaway, and here we go. It's the Polson Miss Madison on the inside, and the Bud Griffin in lane number 2. The boat's going past the dock of the Joe Ritchie Spirit of America, but where's their boat? Tom DeHeath, after a great first and second in the 2 earlier heats, now struggling along. He's got some sort of a problem, but the boat is still running and trying to get points as we go into the first turn. The Bud Griffin and Scott Pierce out of Seattle in lane number 2. And a good job by Ron Snyder out of Piqua, Ohio, driving the host boat, trying to hold on to lane number 1. But there's the horsepower of that Budweiser Griffin engine, almost 3,000 horse, as it goes rolling down the back chute, turning up the water better than any boat out there, as a matter of fact. A huge skid fin on it, and it really churns up the water. Back in 3rd place is the Cellular One of Louisville with Todd Yarling aboard from Hanover, Indiana. You see the water coming up, hitting the rear wing of the Budweiser just slightly. The skid fin throwing the water up near the wing. But coming down the main chute, first time, lap number 1, again only a 3-lap heat, is Scotty Pierce and the Budweiser Griffin. Carol Hughes from the Polson Miss Madison. She's become quite a popular figure, always counting the laps by tying a knot in that rope she holds on to. That's her boat there as the Polson Miss Madison goes by, and this is Scotty Pierce and the Budweiser Griffin. This boat destined to go back to Seattle for a little bit of work, and then we'll see it again in Tri-Cities, Washington, and in Seattle in a few more weeks. 2nd place, Ron Snyder, the veteran out of Piqua, Ohio. This is his crew chief talking to him. Basically telling him where Todd Yarling is on the race course, so he knows he can take it easy as they go down the back chute. But it should be an easy 400 points for this man, Scott Pierce, who missed the national title by only 700 points last year as he drove the Executive Telephone, finally losing out to the Miller American. Ron Snyder aboard the Polson Miss Madison did not drive in 1985, did in 84 in this boat, did a whale of a job. And of course, Ronnie put on a great show down in Miami this year. But the Budweiser Griffin picking up 400 points coming by the start-finish line, and the Polson Miss Madison will get 300 second-place points. And here are the final 2 boats going by, the Joe Ritchie Spirit of America and the Cellular One of Louisville. Ron Snyder, 2nd place, Polson Miss Madison. And the Spirit of America looks like it may be done for the day. No. Tom DeHeath trying to get the boat going somehow. Now he's got a stack fire. You might remember a couple of years ago when Mickey Riemann was driving this boat in Miami, a huge stack fire much like this. Those Merlin engines can be pesky at times. Here's the Budweiser coming around the turn near the Madison-Milton Bridge one more time, and that'll do it. His day is almost complete. He'll pick up those 400 points and then head into the final heat to meet probably the Budweiser German, the Miller American, and we'll see who else gets into the final. Scott Pierce, the winner of Heat 3A. Looks like Tom DeHeath finally gave up. Well, what's a guy to do? He's already got a 1st and a 2nd today. He's waving the flags. Looking at the results, the Budweiser Griffin in good shape with 1,000 points today. The Polson Miss Madison, Cellular One of Louisville getting 3rd place points, and the Joe Ritchie failing to finish. Down to the pits.
Scott Pierce, congratulations on your victory in this preliminary heat. What about your competition? When did you know that the Joe Ritchie Spirit of America wasn't on your tail?
I saw him when the 1-minute gun fired, and I saw that he just got up on a plane, and he made a mistake by not cutting across the track and trying to pick up the start. He went around the turn down here, and of course that's what the referee said, so I'm sure Tom was just following instructions, but didn't break my heart any. We needed a win for Budweiser, so.
Bernie, he's doing very well. Now, what about it? You think he's getting the Griffin, the hang of the Griffin?
Oh, I believe he is. I think they're going to grow up together.
Well, the Bud was looking for Joe Ritchie. Were you looking for him too, knowing he was back?
Where he was at. I'd seen him when I left, but he was still on the trailer, and I just wondering what was going on with him.
I'd say Ron Snyder looks a little tired. So do a few others. Looks like Chip Hanauer's very warm. We've got an R-rated race here. Back in a minute.